I love a twice baked potato, so let's make an easy one today in the microwave. You could also use your oven for this recipe if you like. So the star of the show is obviously a nice sized russet potato. And the way I like to make my twice bakes are with a little bit of sour cream, ranch dressing, pepper, tiny bit of salt. I also like to use a small amount of garlic powder and onion powder. We'll add butter, shredded cheddar, some broccoli that's been blanched, chives, and bacon bits. So the first thing we need to do is obviously get this potato ready to bake. Even in the microwave oven, we'll still want to jab it with a fork. Be careful when you do this. And pop it into the microwave. And depending on the size of the potato, of course, around 8 minutes for this guy. And if you're going to use an oven, I suggest 425 degrees for about 45 minutes. Once the potato is completely soft inside, we'll go ahead and remove it from the microwave. And you want to do this when it's hot. It's hard to handle, but you can always use your paper towel. But slice off the very top of the potato. If you want to make this potato for 2 people, you can simply cut down the middle. I like it from the top because it gives you more room to put the potato back in when you're through, because we're going to have more volume. It's hot, so I'm going to use the paper towel to hold it. I like to poke some holes in the top because I think it's easier to remove the potato from the skin this way without tearing the sides of the skin. We want to keep the skin as intact as we can because, again, we're going to be adding back quite a large volume when we add the cheese and the broccoli, so we're going to need more space. Don't dig too deep. You'll have plenty of room by just taking out the top part that you can easily peel back. Set that aside. And to this, again, I like to add a little butter, sour cream, a little ranch dressing. I would say probably for one potato around a teaspoon of each. This is all to taste. So when you're through, before you put it back into the skin, you can always taste and see how you think it is. A little pepper, a little teeny bit of salt, if any, because of course the cheese, the bacon bits, all add more salt to this recipe. A little bit of garlic powder, onion powder as well. This combination is excellent with these potatoes. And then go ahead and mash it. For one person, you can easily use a fork. If you're doing this for several people, you might want to actually use a potato masher, or you could even use a mixer. If you really want to get all the good, you can take that off the skin, add it to your bowl, and then we're going to add a little bit of blanched broccoli. Some of the cheese, we'll want to leave some for the top. Stir that well, and we're going to start adding it back to the potato. You won't believe all this will fit in this potato skin, but it will, and when it's teaming out the top, it looks delicious and full. So you want to fit it in both corners. And you can see how great it looks, nice and full. Placing it in this little dish, we're going to add more of the cheese to the top, some bacon bits, add the chives, and then if you're using the oven, you'll want to put it back in to warm the cheese so that it will melt a bit. We're just going to stick this back in the microwave to melt the cheese. Yum, look at that melted cheese. This is a great meal. We added broccoli, it has cheese. If you use plain yogurt, you'd even have some more protein. Delicious, give this a try. Makes a great lunch or dinner any time of year.